How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I want to put a quick video together today that's going to talk about the lease return that I returned about a month ago because I got my final bill and I also printed an inspection report. Now, if you didn't see that video, I'm going to put one of those little boxes above my head with a little information circle. You can click on the link. That will get you right to that video, so you can watch that one first, and then in the end of that one, I will link this one, just in case you want to get the before and after. But we're going to do a back and forth. We're going to compare the damage on the car to the inspection report that I was able to print out from General Motors through our dealer source website. I've had this for quite a while, but I wanted to wait until I got the final bill in the mail. This way I can compare the inspection to the actual bill to see what I'm getting charged for, because the car did have legitimate damage on it. So let's get started and go through this one item at a time. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my tires. We're gonna go to tire tread depth. We're gonna put this in the middle. Now the idea is that you don't see the blue bar. And as you can tell, I am borderline as far as a measurement. Depends on where I put it. If I put it in the middle, you don't see that blue bar at all. As I get to the outside, you're gonna see it a little bit more. Okay, now tires, I did not get charged for. They measured out from the inspector at 430 seconds all around, and there was no charge for tires, so that's a good thing. As we look at the windshield, I do have a chip here in the windshield. Now, if you put this up to it, you'll see that it fits within that half-inch circle for glass cracks and chips, so I'm good there. I shouldn't be charged for that. And no charge for the windshield either. Actually, the windshield wasn't even mentioned on the inspection report. Walk around the car this way. This side looks good. No issues on the back. I'm gonna stop right there because I wanna mention two things. One being the My Tea Bling decal, the Instagram decal that my wife put on the back of the car. That's her company. By the way, if there's any tea drinkers in the family that need a holiday gift, check out the website. I'll put it in the description below. But anyway, there was no charge for that decal. It just merely mentioned it on the report that it was there, and it gave measurements of how big it was. And then there was another mention on the back of scratches on the bumper. Now, I don't remember any scratches on the back of the vehicle, but what they have here is they have measured out a 2-inch scratch, a 3-inch scratch, and a 2-inch gouged. It just says gouge, scratch, gouged. We got a charge for this. This is the first charge on the report here, and it's for $135 for scratches on the rear bumper that I don't remember about. When I get over here, now she had gotten into an accident in this car. Somebody T-boned her, actually. They ran a stop sign and they hit the side of this vehicle. So it was repaired. And apparently the inspector didn't really like the job that was done, because there's a $403 charge for non-professional body work and mismatched paint. I thought it looked good. I don't really have an eye for it, so you know, I guess they know better than I do. But that was a little tough to take in, that one. After that, somebody actually dinged it and it took the paint right off. But if you look, this ding fits within the 2-inch circle, so we won't be charged for that. All right, I was completely wrong there. I did get charged for that, $132.30. And this is just a scuff that's actually coming off, so I'll take care of that. And that turned out to be more than a scuff, and they charged 65 bucks. Driver's side here, on the front bumper, we do have some scratches. It does fit within the 4-inch line. On the other side here, we got a little bit bigger of a scratch. You know, this is a pretty good gouge, and this is as well. It's definitely bigger than 4 inches, so I may have an issue here. And the issue with that is you really have to replace the whole bumper. So they have me charged $422.70 to replace the whole front bumper on the car. Wheels, so we got some scratching on this wheel. This is the back passenger side. We also have some curb rash here as well. And they actually found that I had a third wheel with damage too, so I got 3 charges, one for 40, one for 40, and one for 85 for damage to 3 of the 4 wheels that are on the car. Not to mention, they also saw a hood scratch about 12 inches long, which I didn't notice as well. It was probably pretty faint because I don't remember anything being on the hood of the car. $163.80. So as you can see, I'm racking up quite a bill here. This estimate is $1,487. that I printed from GM's dealer source, where we can go and print these reports up, before I actually got my final bill. But now let's just sit down and let's go over the final bill so you'll see what I was actually charged for. So let's recap. Adding up all the damage, everything that was on this vehicle, the charges are $1,487, $1,487. Now, I pulled this on November 8th, this report, because obviously we have access in the system that we can do that. I didn't yet get the report back from General Motors on what the charges were. Now, in addition to this, I did have a payment remaining of $239 that I had to pay I knew that. I purposely didn't pay it at the end of the month when I did the new lease, because I figured let me wait till the final settlement comes in. Well, that came in, and I am very happy to tell you that of the $1,487 in excess wear and tear estimates that GM Financial's inspector noticed and put it in this report, I am responsible for none of it. Zero, which is awesome. So if you look at this page, there's two calculations on here, and it says the lesser of the two amounts is what you would owe. So I guess based on the gross proceeds from the sale and what their adjusted lease balance was, the lower of these two amounts was my payment, which was $239. There is no excess wear and tear charges on here. It does show a disposition fee of $395. Most leases are going to have one. Because I stayed with GM Financial on the next lease, that's waived, so I don't have to pay that. And there was some taxes, I guess, on that disposition fee, which they waived that as well. So lucky for me, after sweating it out for like a week and a half, knowing that there's about $1,400 worth of damage on the car, I'm only responsible to pay my final payment of $239. So that was really cool. Now, the other thing I mentioned in the first video is there's also a waiver form we fill out. So if there was a bill for $1,487, technically it would be $987 because $500 of that damage would have been waived. Now, if I got a bill for $987, the next step I would have done, or what I recommend you do if you have a lease that comes in and it has some damage on it, is I would have made a phone call to GM and tried to get them to knock that down, negotiate with them, try to figure out a way that they would actually maybe reduce that down even further. Lucky for me, I don't have to worry about any of that. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you have any questions about leasing, stuff like that, just put in the comments below. I'll answer them all. And hopefully this video just gave you a little bit of insight on what it's like when you return a lease, from the first video. And then the follow-up one today kind of just shows you that although there was a lot of damage on his vehicle and things I could have been charged for whatever reason, the bank didn't charge me, So a lot of times I'll hear customers say like they don't like to lease a car because you get nickel and dime for damages. But in my experience in 15 years of doing this, I could probably name maybe 4 to 5 times that people actually came in with damage reports where they got charged for things, again, that they probably should have gotten charged for, but they were just unhappy. It doesn't happen often. So yeah, that's about it. Have a good day.